Alright, so let's talk about playing this tune in the midst of a band, or at least having a bass player and a drummer that's accompanying along with you. As we said before, you want your left hand to play the chords, and you want that range to be between D, below this middle C here, and F sharp. So you want to kind of stay in this range. You don't want to go too low, because then you'll be in the bass player's area and kind of making it kind of muddy down there. And you don't want to go too high, because then your right hand may bump into your left hand. So let me explain to you how we're going to approach this style. The first thing is that all the chords are the exact same. You have the same exact progressions. You go from an F chord to a C minor chord to a B flat chord. The only difference are the voicings. That's the only difference. The voicings. The way that we're actually playing it. So we'll go from, instead of playing the F major that way, like we did before, now we'll play the F major this way. But we'll play the left hand voicing, and we'll use the right hand just for melody and for some harmonic kind of intervals. Alright, the second thing is, instead of playing the melody here, in the middle of the keyboard, now we're going to play the melody an octave higher, which means we take the same melody and we play it here. A lot of times you'll have to do this with the melody when you take your left hand and approach it more from a traditional standpoint, traditional jazz standpoint that is, where you have your left hand here in the middle. Because a lot of times if we were to do it this way, the hands start to bump against each other. So all we do is take the melody, take it up an octave, and then everything works out fine. The balance is there with the space. Alright, so let's start from the first chord. The introduction. The D flat major 9 chord, we're now going to play this way. And the F major 9 this way. Now the right hand actually plays the same notes that we did before. We just moved the octave. But the left hand now comes up, and instead of playing bass, the left hand actually plays a chord. So let me spell it out for you. D flat major 9. You got your left hand, which is F, B flat, C, E flat. Right hand, F, B flat, C, F. And then the F major 9 voicing. Left hand is going to be E, G, A, C. Right hand, G, A, C, E. So you have D flat major 9, F major 9. And we just repeat that same way we did before. Alright, now I'm taking this voicing and I'm playing it a little bit differently. Same D flat major 9 chord. It's just that this time I'm taking the right hand and playing C, E flat, F, and A flat. And I'm walking up by playing F, G, and then playing the whole chord. And that's just adding on the top B flat, and then coming back down to my A flat. The F major 9 this time, I just spread it out a little bit. The left hand stays the same. Most of the time with your left hand voicings, the left hand will stay the same as far as when you change the voicing of a chord. The left hand usually stays the same. It's usually the right hand that does a lot of the changing. So now the right hand is playing G, E, G. So those two voicings were from the beginning, D flat major 9, F major 9. Inverted. This is actually my favorite style. I like the fullness of this style. Then we go into the tune. So we take our right hand up to the C. The left hand, the first chord is F major 9, just like it was in the last arrangement. We take the right hand up to C for the what? Alright, now we can play this. If you notice, I'm playing it in octaves. That's the thing. Another thing that I like about the left hand playing voicings. The right hand can now play. I can do some things in octaves now. This first note, you can either play in octaves or you can just play one single note. It's up to you. Octaves, fill it out more. One single note is fine, especially if you slur into that note. Up to you. F major 9, left hand E, G, A, C, right hand C for the what. Then we play F as a single note. Now we're back to our C minor. This time it's C minor 9. We don't have the 11 in it. So it's not C minor 11. That would have an F in it. Now, another thing I have to say about these voicings, you already probably noticed it with the F major 9 and the D flat major. These chords don't have the note in it which they're called by, which is the root. This D flat major 9 doesn't even have a D flat in it. This is what we call rootless voicings. A rootless voicing means just that. It doesn't have a root. Now, when your bass player, or if you're playing along with a track that has a bass recorded on it, the bass player covers the roots. And so that's why you, as the piano player, don't have to worry about covering the roots. You just cover the chords. The bass player plays the root and you get the whole picture. This F major doesn't have an F in it. But if I put an F in the bass, here, now you hear the full chord. So don't worry about the bass. The bass player will cover the bass for you. Alright, so we got F major 9 for what? Friend, the C minor 9 is spelled E flat, G, B flat, D in the left hand, and the melody note D in the right hand. Friend, we, is C by itself. Have, this is an F9 chord with an added 6, or sometimes we call it F13. If I put the bass down there, you hear the full chord. After a while, you'll get used to hearing the chords without the bass and still can understand what they are. F9 with an added 6, or F13, whichever way you want to write it. Left hand E flat, G, A, D. Right hand A. Have. So from the beginning you have what? Friend, C minor 9. We have F13. And which is just G by itself, still holding this F13 chord. G. This is the J, Jesus, J-E rather. G. This is a B flat major 9 chord. We don't have the B flat, but it's just a rootless voicing. If I put the B flat there, you can hear it. And that's left hand D, F, A, C, right hand F for the melody. Friend, we have in G, Zus. This is a G minor 9 voicing. These are the same chords from the first arrangement. And that's spelled left hand F, A, B flat, D, right hand D. And that's the Zus of Jesus. Or this is a D minor 9 chord. If I put the D down here, the root, you can hear it. Left hand